During the 9 nights of Goddess Festival in India, we have 3 days for each aspect of Shakti, being knowledge, Saraswati, Lakshmi, prosperity, and Parvati, power. Why is it that the Hindus portray knowledge by a female deity, Saraswati, rather than a male deity? Is it because knowledge is another expression of Shakti? Yeah. Knowledge all has to do with duality. There's knowledge, and then there's wisdom. Okay? I've gone into the unknowing that's beyond all knowledge. That's realization. If you're still seeking knowledge and you think you're going to learn your way there, you're going to read all these texts and magically get it, you're in intellect, you're in duality. Welcome to your fantasy world of creation. And you can keep creating it as long as you want. But the suggestion is, don't expect the books to get you there. Okay? That's somebody else's experience. Okay? You need to make your own journey that goes nowhere. The longest journey ever, the grandest journey ever, but you go nowhere. But one has to make the journey to find out there was nowhere to go. Such a paradox. The whole of it's a paradox. Yeah, Shakti always has to do with the moving principle, the dualistic, or the energy, that which is in motion. Kali has to do with Kundalini, the path of Kundalini, the left-handed blessings in life, cutting through ego, which brings liberation. It's not fun to go and have your head chopped. That's one reason they make her so fierce looking, because there are a lot of challenges along the way. But when one understands what it is, then it's a blessing, not something to be feared. But the male deities usually represent, like Shiva, if you go into a temple, even though they worship Shiva and, oh Shiva, you know, give me this, give me that, whatever. If you go into the temples, there's never a statue of Shiva. It's in the innermost temple. And you'll see a linga. That's just the linga over here. And the linga, contrary to what they would like you to say, that it's a penis, it has nothing to do with a penis. It's not about penis envy or penis worship, okay? It's not the great, let's go into the inner sanctum and have sex, you know? It's nothing to do with what it is. It's in an oval, like a big what? 0. Nothing, emptiness, vastness, what is beyond shape, beyond form. It has nothing to do with a persona. Okay? depths of the temple, it's quiet, it's still. And that's what you find in the center. Okay. And then you have it sitting on the yoni, which represents Shakti. Not two, not two. Okay. When one comes to the other end of realization, at first everything is blown out. And the only reality at first is Brahman. And the world doesn't exist. But then one settles into the deepening, and then it becomes not two, not two. Shakti is also empty in nature, therefore it is not separate from Brahman. Not two, not two. Shankaracharya at first wrote that the world is all illusion. That was in the beginning stages of realization. It's all just illusion, doesn't exist. But toward the end of his brief life was when he wrote the odes to Shakti, to the beauty of it, because it is not two, not two. Shakti and the Kundalini is there to take you to the Absolute. She dances in front of Shiva, tries to entice Shiva. If you've ever read the myths of Shiva and Shakti, he was like the bad boy. And she wouldn't have any other one other than Shiva. Here he is, not dressed in the finery. He's sitting there covered in ashes. And her father's going, "What are you doing?" You could have all these fine looking. No, I want Shiva, that's it. And she's danced and tries to entice him. But where's Shiva's focus? Internalized. Internalized. To go beyond the world. To not be caught up in the drama of the world. To go beyond. To find and live in what is this Brahman. Okay. So if you look at some of the myths, you'll see some very good pointers on the path and what it is and what it's there to do. Don't get caught up in the drama storyline of it, but see the basic pointing of what it's saying. A lot of people like to get caught up in the storyline about it and stay all in the dualistic aspect of it, But go deeper than that. Go deeper.